Good morning. It's Friday, June 26th, 4:58 a.m., and I'm back with another Bitcoin analysis video. Thank you for all the nice comments you left yesterday, and let's get straight into the content. So today I'd like to start off by discussing this article that was published by Cointelegraph a few hours ago, actually 6 hours ago, and they discussed how Grayscale, a hedge fund, has been accumulating Bitcoin very aggressively. Now, if we look at how much Bitcoin Grayscale has accumulated since this past halving, that's 53,588 Bitcoin since the last halving. Now, take a look at this interesting chart. Miners have mined 7,000, just a little bit over 7,000 Bitcoin since the last week. Now, Grayscale BTC has accumulated about 3 times that amount just in the same time frame. Now, if this is not aggressive, I don't know what else is. So this is another interesting statistic. Grayscale alone has taken all BTC mined plus 14,000 more BTC off the table since the halving. This is extremely interesting. Now, looking at our TA for today, I actually have some new things to point out. First of all, the hash ribbon indicator that flashed yesterday has been confirmed. Look at that. Very nice. And now when taking a look at volume, look at this. Every downward spike has far more volume than any upward spike. This means that overall market sentiment is very low. Odds are big companies like Grayscale who are accumulating that aggressively are not accumulating for short-term sales. They are accumulating as a dollar cost averaging strategy for the next 6 months, for the next years to come. Now, on a closer time frame, this orange line here is the line where I start going from a bull to a bear. It's located right about at 8,800, the high 8,800 levels. The reason is if we make a lower low than this point right here, then that gives it all the more reason for this pattern to either be an overall downwards bear trend for the next few months or be that sideways trading channel we discussed about yesterday. Now, even if this breaks, a sideways trading channel is extremely possible. That channel would range from about 8,000 all the way up to 10,000. Now, the sideways trading channel is overall very bullish since it's happening right after the halving, and since a trading channel like this is the most common area where large institutions would be more inclined to put in money into this fund. So now looking at this ascending triangle everyone is speaking about, it has officially broken the ascending triangle. Now, another daily close under this triangle would confirm that this pattern just no longer exists and that sideways trading channel I talked about 2 months ago on June 1st is what is gonna play out. Actually, I talked about it before June, May 1st. Um, Now, let's look at the VPVR and let's also draw a Fibb retracement to tell us how low can we go. So yesterday, many of you asked how I draw my Fibb retracements. The most proper way to draw a Fibb retracement is look at the lowest dip and then look at the retrace and then take it up from the second dip all the way to the most recent high. Now the most recent high would be here, but I'd prefer to have the this area of the chart included as well. So that's why I'm taking it up here. And notice how I'm just making it touch right there. And this is a properly drawn fib retracement. Now, another way to check is once you've drawn a proper fib retracement, a lot of the price action should match the fib levels. Now, what I mean by that is, look, here the price shoots up, then it gets stopped out by that 0.618 fib level, bounces down to the 0.786, and then goes back to test it. Do you see how many times we're testing and touching and retesting and sometimes even breaking these fib levels? Now, when you have a graph where things are perfectly aligned like this, you know that you've drawn an extremely useful fib retracement. Now, this fib retracement tells us that from a fib point of value, we would probably drop down to the golden pocket. The golden pocket being around that 60.615, 0.613, or 0.618 range. Now that puts us around 6,300 to 6,700. Now going back to the shorter time frame, we can take a look at the Ichimoku Cloud. Now unfortunately, the Ichimoku Cloud has turned bearish on all time frames. Bearish, bearish, and we already looked at the 1 month, so this is a 3 month bearish. Now, I want to point out that a lot of times when the Bitcoin Ichimoku Cloud has turned bearish, we have still experienced bull runs. The Ichimoku Cloud is not the most dependable indicator. Although it's a good start, and on a smaller time frame it has a better chance of working, it doesn't mean the be all end all. Now, putting that away, I want to pull out the EMA ribbon, which was not discussed yesterday. Now, the EMA ribbon is unfortunately extremely bearish. Now, yesterday, even up until around 8 June 24th, we were very bullish still, extremely bullish. In fact, we were up above all these EMA support lines. But now, after the recent drop since the past 2 days, basically, we've been not even able to break through these levels or find any support there. This is definitely a rounded top, which is another bearish indicator. Now, if we look at the volume, as I previously mentioned, the volume for the buy signals are far lower than the volume for the sell signals, which puts us thinking, are we in a bear market? Well, not just yet. Remember this orange line. If we take it below this orange line right here at the high 8,900 levels, then yes, we might go into the sideways trading channel and we are in a bear market. But as long as we're holding up above this line, it's still possible that this explosive move people expect from a triangle such as this could still happen. And that would put us at a measured move is taken from the pole of the flag or triangle, which is considered this side. So let's say this is going to still play out. In order for this to play out, we would within today, because it's a Friday and CME markets close at 4 p.m., within the next 11 hours, we would need to see a price retracement back into the triangle. Chances of that happening are very low since everything we discussed in the past 5 minutes have been completely negating any possibilities of that. But you never know what would happen. If a whale decides to step in and change the market, everything could change, and the indicators tend to follow. Now, even a straight bounce from here, which doesn't make a lot of sense but still could happen, would put us at the high 10,000 above 10,500 level, which breaks the key resistance at 10,500. Now, if we put it here, we break up to 11,300. Anything is impressive. But the same thing can be said for the downward side. If this was an actual ascending channel, our drop has only started. We're going down to 7,600 for sure. The VPVR indicates we can go down to 7,200 or 6,900. Remember what we discussed earlier, the Fibb retracement shows we might go down to the golden pocket and test that around 6,300 to 6,700. Now, that was it for today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you and have a great day.